There was a no-hitter going on? I didn't notice
Your
that.
team was able to come back and win. Could you kind of just go through that and your thoughts as things were going along late in the game?
Yeah, I mean, the way things had gone, with them offensively, real limited bullpen today based on the workloads for guys. I mean, it was all our plus guys, but you have to get there. And now you're going to have to deal with a potential no-hitter on top of it where you're trying to just get a hit, let alone a run. And then next thing you know, it's a walk and a double, and it's a win. So if you can do the little things right and hold the other team down, you always have a chance to win.
How quickly just did the emotions shift, there, having been no hit for the first over?
Pretty extreme. I mean, it almost didn't have time to be happy, with the way things were going. And, Danny gets a walk, and you're hoping to maybe move somebody up. And, you always got a feeling that KD's going to potentially go deep. But, yeah, it was a little different. Now, the key to the game was Kendall with the bases loaded and 1 out. I mean, that was huge. We have a potential double play. Now all of a sudden it's bases loaded and he gets out of it. I mean, that right there was the key to the game.
How difficult a decision was it to take him out when you did, and what about the work that Dull did when he did come in?
Yeah, it wasn't tough there. I mean, here we are in September. He's over 110. Pedroia had lined out and had 2 hits off him. I knew if I'd gotten to Pedroia with a runner in scoring position, he wasn't going to face him. It was actually sending him out for that inning that was a little bit more difficult, but based on our bullpen and the way he was pitching, all those things weren't that difficult a decision in a game that, it's 0-0 at the time.
What about Ryan Dull?
Great. I mean, he needed a break, and you saw how effective he was today when he did have a little bit of a break. You look at his workload right now, and that doesn't include the times he's been up, the 1+ innings that he's had to pitch. I was looking at it today. He's still, I think, in the top 5 in appearances, and he's had, 5 days off. So he's had quite a season and quite a workload, and we just felt like he needed some time off, and we gave it to him, and he responded today big time.
Were you surprised at all at how quickly they overturned that, just given the circumstances?
The call at first?
Yeah.
No, we had a pretty good idea it was safe. I mean, Adam's pretty good about that. And, and then when I looked at the board on the video, they had no other choice but call him safe. The decision was whether or not to give a hit or an error.
Generally, just how good does this feel after the last 2 days?
Yeah, after the last, feels like 5 or 6 days. We played great in St. Louis and had not done nothing very well since. So, to respond today and win a close game like that against a team that had really handed it to us, not only these 2 games here, but over at their place too. Really relying a lot on Kendall Graveman today to keep that game exactly how he did it. So, yes, it feels good.
As if Rodriguez wasn't tough enough, you get Kimbrel, who's
Yeah.
obviously one of the best closers in the game, coming out there. And so, what did Davis hit a good pitch, or could you tell?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in video yet. A lot of times I say I have my eyes closed, and I might have right there too. But you always feel like you have a chance when he's at the plate that potentially there's an extra base hit. He was aggressive against the guy who was a aggressive pitcher. So, yeah, I mean, it just ends up being a really good win and a needed win for us, obviously psychology-wise, with the way things have been going.
Are you glad, though, overall, to have the Red Sox leave? And it's been really tough as far as them really getting at you with these runs.
Yeah, but we won today, and we won in a close game. So I would have preferred the streak not to go on. They've been beating us pretty good, so it's nice to get a win. So, I mean, kind of a moot point as far as them leaving.